And welcome back here to Live Now from Fox. I'm Andrew Kraft. Our next story takes us to Georgia. Live picture there over the Atlanta skyline. This is what we know. The family of twin brothers found dead there. They're pushing back against the Georgia Bureau of Investigation's conclusion that the deaths were suicide. This is the first time we're coming to this story here. I want to get the lowdown from our colleagues at Fox 5 in Atlanta, including from reporter Kim Leffler. She joins me. Kim, thanks for being with us here. Just a tragic set of circumstances. You've been on this story for quite some time. Help us get up to speed. What is going on?
Well, the family of Qaadir and Naazir Lewis say the GBI story just doesn't add up. They're now calling for an independent investigation as well as the release of all evidence in the case.
This is not just our fight. It is a test of whether Black lives truly matter in this country.
The family of Qaadir and Naazir Lewis have pushed back against the GBI's finding of their deaths as suicides.
Those teenage boys would have driven off of a cliff if they had to drive on a curvy, windy, narrow road up a mountain in pure darkness.
A hiker discovered the bodies of the 19-year-old twins on Bell Mountain in Towns County back in March, both with gunshot wounds. The GBI says investigators reviewed cell phone location data, surveillance footage, internet history and purchase records, and forensic evidence, and determined the brothers' injuries were self-inflicted. They say the evidence also showed the twins traveled alone from Gwinnett County to the mountain, but their family says it all doesn't make sense.
They left their subdivision at 10:17 p.m., making a quick trip to the gas station, then vanished. What happened after they left the gas station? Show us more videos.
According to the GBI's most recent update from May 21st, they say the investigation will be formally closed in the coming weeks. Georgia NAACP chapter president Gerald Griggs says there's similarities between this case and others like Ahmaud Arbery in 2020. The twins' family says they won't rest until they get answers.
So as somebody who worked on that particular case, the same thing that I'm hearing right now gives me pause. And that's why we need an independent investigation. In the 116 years that the NAACP has responded to lynchings, we know what a lynching looks like, we know what it smells like, we know what a cover-up starts out like.
We did reach out to the GBI today, and they referred us back to their most recent statement and findings in May, but they did say they will be providing an update when the case is formally closed. That's the latest from here, but for now, we'll send it back to you.
Kim, just a brief question. So what's next in this story? Where does it go from here?
Well, at this point, we're still waiting for the official word from the GBI that this case is closed, but the family certainly is going to continue their push to get that evidence released. They say they want to see everything to make that determination about exactly what happened, because they say this was really unusual for the boys to leave their home and go all the way up to the North Georgia mountain, about 90 miles or so from their home here in Gwinnett County.
All right, Kim Leffler there with Fox 5 Atlanta. Kim, thanks so much for your time, for your reporting. We'll check in soon.
Thank you.
Okay, in the meantime here, just wanted to get that major headline in coming to us. That's from North Georgia. The 19-year-old brothers, they lived in Lawrenceville. They were discovered by a hiker earlier this year in Towns County. Now, according to the GBI, investigators examined cell phone data, surveillance video, internet history, and purchase records before determining their injuries were self-inflicted. Let's listen to a little bit more, though, from their family members speaking out today, alleging that the GBI's findings are incorrect.
Cases like this. I am retired out of law enforcement over 30 years. I've experienced both aspects of violence. So I know firsthand the victim and the judicial aspect. But I stand firmly. If you think this is over, I'm tired of saying it. Enough is enough. We will not take any less than a thorough, swift, and transparent investigation. This father here grieves, and so does the mother and the family members. I ask you all to stand with us as grieving mothers to demand that the governor of this state do what needs to be done, because if we do not, it's going to happen again. From the bottom of my heart, on all the grieving families, here all over the world, I greet you with the greeting words of peace of Assalamu Alaikum, and I pray that God will intervene and bring us justice. Last but certainly not least, there can be no peace without justice, and there can be no justice without truth. And there can be no truth unless someone stands up and tells us the truth. Thank you so much for your presence, and we look forward to the collaboration. On behalf of grieving relatives, we express our condolences to the family. God bless you all.
So now we're going to open up this moment here for questions.
Chase Hall with 11 Alive. First off, I want to say I'm so sorry to the Lewis family and friends. I'm so sorry for what you're going through. My question for you, because it's going to make viewers ask questions, you made a point to say the way their bodies were found made it seem different.
Yes.
Take me through what you know that's calling you to say this is not a case of suicide, but something more.
That's a great question. So Chase, for those that didn't understand or didn't hear what he asked to explain why, in my statement, I said that the way their bodies were laid screamed sacrifice. So I'll paint the picture for you guys, because so people have been sending me everything that they've seen since day one. Since I've been sharing this story with everyone, all of the tastemakers, all of the people that can do something, that can spread the news and spread it fast, so that we could raise the money to even have unexpected funeral for two. So in the video that I saw on a podcast, someone posted the pictures, thanks to Scott Curlin. Let's not forget that name, Scott Curlin, who only received a misdemeanor for obstruction, but was never arrested. So hold on. Do you mind if I speak in witness? Okay. So I've never shared this with Tyrese because of the sensitivity. But I'm going to share it now because he's important, and he just said it's okay to do so. So you guys know, on Easter Sunday, everybody uses pretty much the same logo, right? You have the 3 crosses on the mountain when Jesus and the murderer and the robber were, also being.
Okay, just a very, very difficult story to tell, and these family members of these twin boys, they are fighting for their legacy, saying that some of the GBI's investigative findings determining that they took their own lives don't add up. They want more answers. Let's step away from this right now. I'm Andrew Kraft. We're almost at the bottom of the hour.